After more than 4 years of development, we are proud to introduce the Elliptigo 8S, the world's first elliptical bike. The Elliptigo 8S delivers a high-performance workout experience that closely mimics running outdoors while eliminating the impact. By combining the elliptical trainer motion with the functionality of a bicycle, the Elliptigo 8S provides a comfortable, fun, and efficient way to get fit and stay active. The Elliptigo 8S is great for current and former runners, cross-training athletes, and fitness enthusiasts. Really, it's for anyone who wants to get a serious, low-impact outdoor workout. As you can see, the Elliptigo rider's posture is similar to a runner's. This upright stance makes the exercise weight-bearing and keeps the rider's head, neck, and shoulders in a comfortable and natural upright position. This eliminates the discomfort caused by the conventional bicycle seat and riding position. In addition, because the rider's feet remain in constant contact with the bike, his body experiences very little impact. Although the Elliptigo 8S was designed for high-performance use, it is really easy to ride. This is Tracy. She's never ridden the Elliptigo before, nor is she a cyclist.
I'm Tracy, I'm 36 years old, pretty much stay-at-home mom. I do nursing on the side. I like to run. I run half marathons and a few marathons, do my spin classes, but I've never done the Elliptigo. It was great, it was fun, easy to get on. Felt just like a Precor at the gym, but outside, the sun, the breeze, it was great.
Simply put, we found that anyone who can ride a regular bike can ride an Elliptigo. The Elliptigo 8S is not a weight loss gimmick, it is a high-performance machine. The 8S performs and maneuvers comparably to a conventional bicycle. A strong rider can easily reach speeds in excess of 20 miles per hour on level ground. The 8S is also great at climbing hills. This is footage from Torrey Pines Hill, one of the steeper climbs in San Diego. As you can see, the Elliptigo 8S can climb and descend hills. It is also easy to navigate through traffic and across common obstacles on an 8S. Elliptical bike riders have participated alongside conventional cyclists in some of the toughest rides in the country, including the arduous death ride in the California Sierras. Check out the Epic Rides section of our website to get the details on how well Elliptigos have performed in these cycling events. The keys to the 8S's outstanding performance lie in the patented ElliptiDrive propulsion system and the Shimano 8-speed hub. The ElliptiDrive propulsion system efficiently translates the rider's running strides into the circular motion needed to propel the 8S. The smooth 25-inch stride length emulates running and enables the rider to generate a significant amount of power at the rear wheel. The 8-speed hub enables the rider to select the appropriate drive gear ratio to optimize the riding experience. Industry-standard front and rear bicycle braking systems, a trigger shifter, and conventional handlebars provide familiar and reliable ways to control the 8S. Whether you're getting in an intense workout, just cruising the beach, or commuting to work, the experience of riding the Elliptigo 8S is like nothing else in the world. If you would like to be one of the first to own and benefit from the world's first elliptical bike, purchase yours today through our website, www.elliptigo.com.
On the streets of Washington, D.C., these red bikes are suddenly, seemingly everywhere.
I don't have a car. It's been great. It's really convenient.
They're part of a system called Capital Bike Share, which has 1,100 bikes at more than 100 bike stations.
We do intend on expanding every year. What the limit is, we don't know exactly right now.
Members can sign up for anywhere from a day to a year. They typically pick up a bike at one location and drop it off at another.
I look forward to it every day, and whenever somebody asks me, they say, hey, should I sign up for this? I say, you definitely should.
Capital Bike Share opened last September, replacing a much smaller system that operated for about a year. That made Washington the first American city to provide a government-sponsored bike sharing program. But that list is growing quickly. At least 9 U.S. cities currently have bike sharing. Another 7 cities are about to start programs. Denver started its program last year.
We feel like it's been an amazing success. Last year we had over 100,000 rides.
Minneapolis's Nice Ride, Minnesota just celebrated its 1-year anniversary.
I use it twice a day, once to work and then once back from work. So I use it as a commuting bike.
New York City is planning the largest system, 10,000 bikes at 600 stations.
We get calls almost every day from cities around the country that want to do this. It's not as hard as it looks. Once you've got the political support and the funding.
It costs Washington just over $6 million to start up Capital Bike Share. But the city didn't have to go it alone. Federal highway money paid 80%.
It fits into our whole idea of livable and sustainable communities where you have to have lots of options for people so people can get out of their cars, they can get on a bike.
On a recent morning, Transportation Secretary Ray LaHood biked to work with DOT employees. He later blogged that biking can help people avoid high gas prices and cut tailpipe emissions.
We've tried to create the idea that people want to live in communities where they have lots of transportation options, including biking and walking.
Transportation officials say it's not enough just to start a bike sharing program. They say there's a lot of work that needs to be done beforehand. They say there needs to be the right infrastructure, like the city's extensive network of bike lanes.
We had been working on it for almost a decade before we introduced bike sharing.
Bike sharing isn't perfect. There are the challenges of bad weather and traffic, and Washington's capital bike share is in some ways too popular.
If you don't get a bike by 8 o'clock, if you're not up by 8 o'clock and out the door, you're not going to find a bike.
D.C. officials say they're listening and expect to add between 30 and 50 new bike stations and hundreds of bikes this year. Matt Friedman, The Associated Press.
This is Chris with High Power Cycles, and I just want to show off one of our super custom builds for one of our customers. This is an A-Lite 3000 hardtail. What's unique about this bike is it has 20 amp hours at 52 volts of lithium polymer in the front and 20 amp hours lithium polymer 52 volts in the back in parallels for a total of 52 volts and 40 amp hours. This system is still pretty light. It only weighs about 75 pounds with 110 mile range. So that's average on a flat, completely flat ground. Say you're at the beach cruising, little to no pedaling, just about 110 miles total range on this bike, which is kind of crazy. Has a L2 1200 lumen custom LED that we build and put together with the latest Cree XML, driven at 3.15 amps. And yeah, this bike is really smooth, awesome. It features our gearless Thunderbolt motor, and with these super light lithium polymer batteries, you get to go about 35 miles an hour. So 40 amp hours, and it's a really nice, smooth bike, and yeah, hopefully our customer loves it. This is Gabe here with High Power Cycles, and he's about to show us our brand new creation, which is our two-wheel drive XCT 525 mountain bike with dual Thunderbolt brushless motors, internally geared. Both of them are running on LiPo batteries at 80 volts and 50 amps each, so we're talking about up to 8,000 watts of power, but right now we dialed it down to about 35 amps each. Once again, using LiPo batteries stored in the middle of the frame. Perfect weight distribution. Front to center weight is right in the middle. Handles great. We're showing the high-speed capabilities of this two-wheel drive bike at 78 volts of LiPo power, 50 amps. Extremely fast. You're talking about over 50 mile an hour speed. Two-wheel drive. Could climb a hill like a maniac. Yeah. This is actually a pretty steep grade. He's going to be coming uphill. I don't know if he's going to be going full speed or not, but just for fun we can take a look at how fast he's going. I guess he's not going fast. Here comes Gabe. Here comes Gabe. Wow, going
48 miles per hour.
Hit 48 in that little stretch. It wasn't even going full speed.
I'm a family man that's supporting my family and blessed enough to say that I do it with my hobby. Can't beat that. Even though I ride dirt bikes for a living, I still spend a lot of time in the office. I got to do a lot of emails. I'm my own manager, so doing my travel stuff, it's kind of overwhelming. I got 4 kids. You want to blow off steam, and my whole life since 4 years old, I blew off steam by riding my dirt bike, and you can't always do that. I mean, there's times I want to barge out of that office and just get some speed, get some adrenaline. Now I have this electric bike, and that's it, dude. It just opens up new possibilities. Every time I go out, I find something new to play around with. From anything from single track trails to creek crossings with like big old berms. It's really fun to come out here and experiment with something that's more in my element, more comfortable. It has a motor, it has suspension. I can get this baby up to 50, 60 miles per hour on the downhill maybe, but I can get it up to higher speeds than I'm comfortable, that's for sure. Got my connection going with Stealth as a sponsorship deal, and I decided to actually be a dealer for them. I have that much faith in the bike. There's going to be a certain demographic that can put this bike to the test. Carving berms like I've never carved on a dirt bike before. It's like lay it down, have power to power out of it. It's pretty unique, pretty weird. I'm still learning with it. I was on one of my normal strolls playing around out in the hills and came across my son and Ken Roxon. They were out riding BMX trails, and we got a pretty cool line by my house and just hopped riding on the Bomber and sessions with them. I couldn't imagine my life without two-wheeled sports. I'm talking mountain bikes, BMX, dirt bikes, electric bikes, street bikes. It's in my heart, man, and there's always these underlying tones of, you know, if you want to get religious or philosophical, of having a soul, and that's where I at most feel my soul is when I'm riding bikes.